if you look at the only example of prayer Christ gives us, the Our Father, you will find this perfect balance or tension between personal private prayer and common prayer. Yes, as all the Orthodox writers I've read so far point out, the prayer does begin with Our Father, forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who, and so on. That is there, and that reflects somehow the sobonicity of humanity, us being one in the church. But if you look at the context in which Christ gives us the prayer, you will note that first you have Christ going away alone to pray, and he prays alone, away from even the disciples. The disciples wait for him. These are descriptions in the scripture. Wait for him to finish his personal prayer and don't interrupt that. And at the end, seeing him, having seen him praying, they ask, teach us how to pray. And then Christ tells them, go into your room, which has been traditionally interpreted as going into your heart, going into your own privacy, close the door behind you and pray to the God, the Father who sees the things in secret. So everything points to go alone into your room, close the door, the way you've seen me pray separated from you. But when you pray, say, Our Father. The point of revelation is me. The point of revelation, the entry of Christ into the world is me and you personally. There's a personal relationship. The content of that revelation is our being one. And this is perfectly represented in the prayer of the Our Father. The how of the prayer, the method of the prayer is alone in a personal manner. The what, the content of the prayer is for everyone, for the we and the our and the us. And the same thing you find in Father Sophrony. This perfectly balanced importance of understanding that you are a person, but that you become a person by somehow gathering sabirat, as we said in the beginning, within your own being, every single human being who has been created, those who were created before us, those who will be born after us. Or as Father Sophrony and Saint Silouan says, the whole Adam, from the firstborn to the last. And this balance between personal prayer and communal prayer is something that must remain with us if we want to pray as Christians. If you only pray in the church and you don't have a personal experience, then your vision of the Trinity, of God, is wrong. If the church is a reflection of the Trinity, if you don't see the oneness of the Trinity, then God for you is a multitude of divine persons, the way they had a multitude of gods in the Old Testament, in the pagan world. If you only pray alone and you exclude everyone else, if you don't allow space for multiplicity within your own being, then you don't have a Christian vision of a Trinity in one. You have one God, the way the Jews had, the Jewish people had in the Old Testament. It's only in Christianity that the oneness of the Jewish God and the multiplicity of the pagan gods in the Old Testament times are melted into one. And that is reflected on humanity as well.